Today we will learn preprocessor commands. So what is preprocessor command? Preprocessor is a command which performs before the compilation. Preprocessor only notices has started statement. So if in your program, if you get any has started statement, the statement started with hash, then we can say that is preprocessor command. Hash is called the preprocessor directives. The directives can be placed anywhere in a program but are most often placed at the beginning of a program. So, preprocessor command that started with hash can be placed anywhere in the program. You can write anywhere in the program, but mainly it is written at the beginning of the program. Each processing directive must be on its own line. Different directives have separate line. The word after hash is called preprocessor command. So after hash, the word is called preprocessor command. Now we will see how preprocessor works. First, create a file with name of your choice, but extension must be .c. This file is known as source file. So this is our file and the file name is say my file and the extension is .c. So our file name is myfile.c. Now this file is then processed by preprocessor and an expanded source code file is generated. So see here it is processed by preprocessor and the expanded source code file is generated. Now compiler then translate your code into machine code. So compiler translate our code to machine code. Compiler may generate error if your code is not written according to the rules, according to the syntax. If your file is not written, then compiler generate error. A code with no error is then successfully compiled and saved with the extension .o or .obj. If there is no code in your file, then compiler successfully compiled and it is saved by the extension .obj or .o. This file is known as object file. So our file name is myfile.obj now. Obj now. Now link a software, then links your object file with library code. Library code means library code resides in library files and as a result yield an executable file myfile.exe which you called your developed software. So here our developed software is myfile.exe. So today we will learn one of the most popular preprocessor command hash include. So hash include. Include is one of the most popular preprocessor command. It can be used to include any file content to your source file. So there are two ways you can write include, hash include, like hash include then within angular bracket file name. Otherwise you can write hash include within double quotes file name. See how it's work. We already learned this thing. But see here again. Here this is our program. Extension is .c. It is written by the user. So it is main.c. Now when I write hash include stdio.h at the beginning of the program, then this stdio.h is the header file. It is common feature to be included to have a .h extension. This extension stands for header file. It contains statement which when included go to the head of your program. So after that when we compiler compile the program, it generates object file and then linker links library code with the object file and generate exe file. So in this way inclusion of header file is possible by hash include preprocessor command. File inclusion. Now we will learn file inclusion in detail. This type of preprocessor directive tells the compiler to include a file in the source code program. Say if our program is myfile.c, so this type of preprocessor directive, if we write #include stdio.h, so this type of preprocessor directive tells the compiler to include a file in the source code program, to include that header file. There are two types of files which can be included by the user in the program. First is header file or standard file. This file contains definition of predefined function like printf, scanf. So, this file must be included for working with this function. Some header file must be included for working with this function printf, scanf, etc. Different functions are declared in different header file. See the example. For standard input output function, you have to include stdio.h. For using this printf scanf function, you have to include stdio.h file. Whereas functions which perform string operations are in string file. So you have to include then string.h. If we use string related function, you have to include string.h function. If you want to use graphics related function, you have to use graphics.h. You have to include graphics.h header file. So the syntax is, first you have to write hash, then include, then within angular bracket your file name. If the file name is stdio.h, you have to write here stdio.h, where file name is the name of file to be included. And this angular bracket tells the compiler to look for the file in standard directory. Another type of file which can be included by the user is user defined file. If we have a very large program, it is good practice to divide it into smaller files, each containing a set of related functions. So you have very large program, then you divide that program in separate smaller file, and then each containing a set of related function. Include whenever needed. These files are hash included at the beginning of main program file. These type of file are user defined file. These file can be included as, you have to write then hash include within double quotes the file name. So this type of file is user defined file. If we need some functions or some macro definition almost in all programs, then commonly needed functions and macro definition can be stored in a file. And that file can be included in every program we write. So if some functions are needed in every program, then you just write that functions in a separate file and include in each program. So in this way you can include your required file. Now see, if I include a header file using hash include within double quotes, then the compiler searches for the particular header file first in the current working directory, and then if it is not found, then in the built-in include path, then it searches in the built-in include path. But if it is included using angular bracket, then the compiler searches for that header file only within the built-in include path. So no need to give path here, it is wrong. But if you use double quotes, you can give path here, it is correct. Now these are your homework. Choose the correct option and answer me in the comment section what is the correct option. Pause your video, choose the correct option and answer me in the comment section what is the actual answer. I am waiting for your reply. For getting more and more updates, please subscribe my channel. That's all for today. Thank you.